we all know this is the Super Soul Warrior, Warrior Dwan. This is my third take on this thought pattern that I have right now. I'm a little lit, so it's okay. Hopefully, it'll be okay. All right. Basically, it's called the fear of freedom. Okay. It's the title of this one. Me and my wife was watching. We watched two particular movies today. One was Venom, and the other one was Harry Potter number 7, part 1 of number 7, right? And mind you, warning, I don't, I, I'm telling part of the movie, so it's called a spoiler alert or whatever else, but that's what I'm doing, so if you don't want none of this, don't worry about it. Basically, it's like this. We were watching this movie, and it was a troll that was willing to go ahead and help out his friends in their time of need. And it was a henchman or an evil person within this lair that was talking smack to the troll and saying, you should be more humble and helpful to your masters. And so basically, this troll was basically saying, dude, I am a free troll, and I'm here to save Harry Potter and his friends, and basically, you can't stop me from doing it. So in the moment of him using his magic to help them disappear, this woman throws a dagger. One of the henchmen had threw a dagger into their disappearance. And then on the other side of where Harry Potter and his friends needed to go, he saw that troll, and that troll had a dagger in his chest. Basically, this woman killed him, and in the process of him doing the right thing. And it sparked something in me, man, because basically the way I look at it is like this. In society, here in America, it has shown that, dude, it seems like if you stand up for what is right and what needs to happen and everything like that, you get messed up for it. I'll give you an example, just like Dr. King. You know what I mean? I would make the stupid joke of saying, you got to be careful of having a dream because you might get shot in the neck. You know what I mean? And I used to throw that joke because I grew up in a system of DC public schools. I'm one of the kids at the time who didn't see a King holiday, and then I saw the inception of that holiday and was one of the first generations to be able to celebrate that. The reason why it's so important to me of even mentioning that, because every January and every February, it was January, meaning it was the Dr. King show. It was all about Dr. King, and then when February hit, it was Dr. King and Friends. You know what I mean? It would have a mixture of Frederick Douglass or, Harriet Tubman or whatever else. My whole point was Black history was full of people who were dead. You know what I mean? It wasn't anybody of modern times at that point in time that should be celebrated. It was just more so dead people who basically made a mark in the history of America, especially if they were black. My whole point of saying this is this: it seems like we live in a day and time that is strictly in a mode of saying, if you're about your freedom, you know what I mean, and living to your highest expectations, then somebody's going to check you. You know what I mean? That's what it basically threw out to me. And when I saw that portion of that movie, it sparked this thought pattern that I had. I believe as a as a free American here in the United States, that that I have stifled myself over this type of a thought pattern of feeling that somebody's going to, if I go ahead and make good and do good, that somebody's going to try to go ahead and take it away from me, whether it's the government or whether it's the just people that I don't know or that I do know or whatever else. It's just a fear of somebody's going to take it away from me. And I think some of us in the black community or certain regions of America or whatever else have that same thought pattern. I think we've been conditioned to believe that if you go for good things in your life and strive to be the best person that you can possibly be, somebody's going to hamper you. Somebody's going to go ahead and try to take it away from you, or it's not enough, or whatever else. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part, because that's not truly living. We're just all over the top with this type of stuff. And it even boils down to different vaccinations or whatever else, which I'm not going to get into. But my whole point is we as Americans, I believe, have a fear of freedom, even though you have people from other countries who's willing to vacate their country or to escape it in order to come here to these shores and to live like us. But some of us are more locked down than prisoners. You have prisoners who have more freedoms than we do as citizens of this country, it seems like. But my whole point is that I am tired of feeling like that I have to that I'm not living up to everything that I want to live up to, because the bottom line is this: death in general is coming for all of us, whether we want to believe it or not. And the thing that scares me about it is because I want to accomplish a lot of different things that I want to accomplish within my life. And sometimes we as people, I believe, take it as a joke. You know what I mean? You had somebody like Selena, right? Selena Quintanilla was, a great Tejano singer and everything like that. She made mounds and mounds of success in her time period until somebody shot her in the stomach in a hotel room. And her legend was stopped at that point in time, which was horrible. And why am I thinking of stuff like that? Because that's what we're conditioned to think about. In general, we as people within this country, we don't even get the mode of celebrating who we are as people without some type of news or person that's telling you, man, you need to be scared of this, that, or the other. I don't know. It seems like we can't even brag or be happy about who we are as people without the fear of somebody trying to go ahead and snipe it out. I mean, just like a prime example, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was, I wouldn't wish seriously his life on anybody because of the things he grew up with. As a person who grew up in the South, who seen Jim Crow laws and everything like that, and who turned out to be like a nobody to an extent in the world, even in the world of boxing, who turns out to be one of the greatest boxers who ever laced them up, man. He is one of the greatest boxers of all time, if not the greatest. Because if not, it wasn't just only the work he did in the ring, it was the things that he did outside of the ring also that made him this monumental figure. You know what I mean? And he had to be braggadocious and I know that's not even a word, but he had to be a braggadocious person in order to bring people to come see him fight, to buy tickets, but also he backed it up with the performance that he had in the ring. But the main thing is he had to be braggadocious at that point in time because he lived in a time period that told black men that they were, or black people that they were substandard, subpar, less than anybody else that was in this country or beyond this country, and that was and that we were nobodies. And he was on the other side of saying that no, they're wrong. You are somebody. I am somebody. I am better than what other people perceive me to be within this country, or whether your perceptions of what black people are, or whatever else. I am an example of what of the opposite of what you say that we are as people. And I think that's what we more so needed to focus on as people, is that we are better than what this society is saying that we are. We are better than that. We shouldn't fear freedom, because the thing of it is, just because of the possibility of somebody taking it away from you. I mean, that's the same thing with Muhammad Ali. They tried to take everything away from him, and he didn't care, because he stood high. He stood strong within his beliefs. And then when they realized that they couldn't do that to him, they, justice prevailed, and he was and they let him go. They didn't send him to prison the way they thought they were going to go ahead and do, and the Supreme Court overturned it. And I think that's God's hand on that one. But at the same time, we have to, as people, just realize that we can live our lives. We can live it without fear. Just like I've been encompassed, just engulfed in this for years of fear, because I have a fear that if I go ahead and express my talent or put things out there or whatever I do, that somebody's going to take it away from me. And that's not what this is about. We need to be open and free and share ourselves with the world and everything, and it will take care of itself. As we all know, it's the Super Soul Warrior, Warrior Dwan, and I'm out.